Welcome back to the infamous project, guys. It is getting a little later in the day here. The sun is starting to go down, and I want to see how quick I can do a little transformation to the tbox-Fox here before it goes to its final resting place, which I'm not scrapping the car. I'm not rebuilding the car. I'm going to let you guys know that right now. I am actually going to give this car to Ricky, and I'm probably going to give him that other parts car in the back corner when I'm done with it. And between the two of them, he wants to make his own project. So you know what? It's just one of those things. Don't get me wrong, guys. I could do it, but this is a lot of work. But it's going to be a perfect opportunity for him. It's going to be his first Fox body. He's excited to do some different things. He might end up pissing off the community a little bit. Not an LS swap. I promise you that. However, we all do things a little differently sometimes, but I will save that until we know 100% it's going to happen. For now, I want to fight the sun, and I'm going to swap the wheels out. Maybe see if I can somehow fix up the front corner a little bit here, or the front as a whole. I don't know. Let's see what I've got laying around that can make this car look better in a short amount of time. So that is the name of the game for today. You can see the battery sitting on the hood there because, well, I accidentally left the hatch, it being open, leaves the courtesy lights and the dome lights on it. Well, it killed the battery. If you look at the pavement here, had some fun the other night, and yeah, lit up the tires real nice, so that was fun. And that's what tbox-Foxes are for. They're to have a lot of fun. At least I think that's what they're for. So let's jam this battery in, fire this piece of shit up, and let's see what we can transform real quick. All that time and the window actually worked. This car's looking better already. Let me see if I can get a section of bumper here. Let's see, it's joys of having parts cars, right? So what do we got here? That lower's messed up. This one's messed up pretty bad too, but I almost feel like, let's see, feel like, I was really wanting to maybe chop some springs, but you know what? I don't want to go that far, especially now seeing I got those stupid tuner nuts on the back. I'm gonna have to get like a wheel lock remover kit off Ricky. Beating on the 16mm socket just is not working the way that it did when I got that driver's side front wheel off. You can see here our tbox-Foxes. It's looking a little nicer, I think, in my opinion. See here? Look at that. Ooh, look at those lights. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Seymour MRO 4-on-1, like powder coat in a can, 1-coat coverage. There's no runs on here. And that literally just went right on there. And it actually looks really good. Yeah, look at that caliper. Not bad, right? For not even caring. All right, so we got the driver's side done for the most part now. I'll have to get that tool and tackle the passenger side maybe tomorrow when I get some spare time, but man, driver's side's looking hot. We'll see what it looks like better tomorrow in the daylight, so stick around. It's the next day, the sun's going down, so what does that mean? It's time to play with the tbox-Fox. So while I was at the commercial shop, I asked Ricky for his fancy wheel lock remover tool set here, so I'm hoping I sprayed these down with WD-40 last night. Yeah, I think a hammer on that. We'll try our luck. The problem is that one that actually ripped. So yeah, I don't know, guys. We'll try our luck with some of these other ones and see what happens. We'll go from there. Another Husky tool broken. Two are broken in half. One is sort of stripped, so 2 off, 3 to go. And there's really not that much more I can do. So you know what? I'm gonna jack the car up from the diff, and I'm just gonna go ahead and lower it on this wheel. I really don't care. I feel like I need to be productive, so I messaged Ricky. We'll see if he's got something. I knew those sockets being 3/8 only was gonna be a problem. So anyways, let's jack this thing up, see if we can't lower the back. Get the back down, and we'll move on to the front. All right, so I'm gonna spin the wheel around and note where the mark is. I'm gonna see how many times this turns in order for the rear wheel to make one full revolution. So, that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Let's see how far. Okay, that's the full revolution. Yeah, we've got, so it's probably right around here. Right, which is about 3/4 of a turn in on the 4th turn. So 3 7/3s. Good score. There we go, guys. 3 full coils. All right, got our bump stops removed. Got 3 coils cut out of each spring. We'll bolt the shocks back up, set the springs in place, drop this thing down. All right, there you go. 3 full coils gone in the rear. And you really don't want to go more than that on stock springs, guys. Look at that. That is actually a really nice height. So I can get the flashlight out, and you know what? I can knock out the front and get it done. The sun is going down, but it's one of those things. I feel like if I get it done tonight, then it'll free up more time to mess around tomorrow. And man, that looks good in the back. The back is just motivating me to go ahead and do the front now. So my apologies if it gets dark. I'll try and aim the flashlight on things. I'm gonna try and get that swapped over super quick, and we'll see how it goes. I think we're getting the stance nailed. All right, you can see a little bit in the spotlight there. I'm gonna go ahead and knock out the passenger side, and you know what? Reveal and final little button-up items on the tbox-Fox tomorrow, and we'll complete its transformation. It's the next day, a little gloomy. Actually makes for probably some pretty good pictures. I'm not going to reveal the car just yet because I want to do a couple little final improvements. I will show you this though. You can tell how low the car is to the ground, and yeah, that's about it. And that means it's really low, especially sitting on 19-inch wheels. Got those subframe connector protectors. The exhaust is actually up a little bit, but the most dangerous part is the oil pan. You guys can see that oil pan is 2.5 inches off the ground maybe. So one thing that I want to do is I want to get a mirror on this car. It's really annoying when I'm trying to back up and I'm trying to look at that thing. Maybe you can see a sneak peek of the front wheel in the background there. So some of you guys might be wondering, like, why are you even wasting your time with this car? And well, this is kind of fun. You know, I do a lot of work during the day because, well, Fox bodies is pretty much all I do, and some Godzilla swap action and whatnot. So to have something that you really just don't care about but you can improve on and enjoy and potentially make better, well, why not go for it, right? So that's kind of my reasoning behind it. And honestly, it does make good content. Let's see here. Okay, I don't recommend that you remove the mirror how I did. It did come out of the clip just fine, but you know, if your car is actually nice, maybe take the door panel off. So this one's missing a stud, which I think will be fine. Hey guys, I am eyeballing this, okay, so don't judge me. Alright guys, some people might not like this, but this bumper needs a lot of love. Yo. Old maker's lip. Jason, don't hate me on this one, man. You can see how it's a little shorter on these insides. That's because this is a pre-91, and that's probably good. Less for the tire to potentially catch because this thing is slammed, but looks pretty good. So next thing I want to do is just clean up a few things on the floor here. So funny enough, there was an old ignition switch on the ground. So somebody's clearly done a little bit of work. And see, here's the old horn wires, and it looks like they didn't have the connector that goes in there, so they've wired up this horn. So I'm just going to tuck that out of the way. Not really going to have to need to worry about a horn. Let's see if there's some speakers. Okay, there's no speakers in the dash, so don't need to worry about that. We do have these MA audios here. No ashtray door. You know, it'd be cool if I could, should I try and hook a radio up? What do you guys think? I could do it real quick with some electrical tape, see if it works. Got a radio selection, guys. Let's see here. Try and stuff the double DIN in. Let's see here. What do you think? Doesn't really want to fit very well. All right, so I think I'm going to go with this Pioneer because it has Bluetooth. So let's see. There we go. We got some radio. Okay, these are the rears. There we go. Again, it's not the Fox body style, but it'll do. There. That actually doesn't look too bad. What time is it? 11:43. Guys, this is freaking jokes. Toto. So I was cleaning up the back seat and look what I found laying on the floor. So tbox-Fox is already due for an upgrade. Why not put the proper plate in there? Oh shit. Oh fucking hell. It's actually a bolt laying in the computer. There you go. See if we can get stuff any cleaner here. That is right. We got the super clean in the spray, foam spray. Hell, I'm even gonna do the seats. Finishing touch. Okay. All right, look at this. I've actually got two shitty door sill plates and a kick panel sitting at the commercial shop. I can bring those back and maybe put them on. I'm just impressed even door lock works. I think we're all decontaminated in here and this is as good as it's gonna get, guys, to be honest with you, and it's not worth really investing that much more time into it. But the 30 minutes spent, you know, vacuuming, spraying everything down with some super clean, I just can't believe we got the radio and everything to work. So that'll pretty much wrap it up. So stay tuned because we're gonna do a full-blown reveal on the tbox-Fox. So I know you guys have been hanging around to the end of this video and I really appreciate that. It is time to reveal the transformation of the tbox-Fox. There you have it, guys. Transformation on the tbox-Fox. Looks pretty good, right? And it's definitely form over function in this case. You know, there's probably a good inch of play on the inner tie rod ends. You can see I'm only running 3 lug nuts in every wheel, and it's really just to show you guys what you can achieve in a short amount of time in terms of making a shipbox look good. And in reality, I'm super impressed on how well the interior cleaned up, and it's almost like the average Fox. I think if, you know, struts, shocks, bushings, all of those things were taken care of. The transmission does grind a little bit going into third, I've noticed, so it needs some love. But we'll see ultimately what the fate ends up being with the car. So maybe on the next video, we'll do things like see what the check engine light is about. I'm just amazed that that bulb or circuit even works, so to speak, especially after finding the bolt sitting in the computer. But car idles and actually runs really well. Doesn't drive well because of, well, worn out bushings, and well, I've chopped out more springs than you probably should, but proof of concept, right? So next video, maybe diagnose check engine light, check the TPS, maybe actually adjust the timing. You know, I've had the distributor in and out and never even adjusted it. It was just kind of like the, oh, that sounds good timing. And see what else that we can get into. Ordered some red bulbs for the courtesy light and the dome light for the interior. Just why not? It'll make for some good pictures. And got those painted door sill plates and kick panels on that I was talking about. Radio sounds good, and that's about as good as it's gonna get in here, folks. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed the little mini series on the tbox-Fox here, and there'll probably be a couple more to go with it. And you know what? I recommend that anybody gets a tbox-Fox project if they have the means to do so, because you know what? Your expectations are so low, the rewards are so high, that it just gives you that passion, that fulfillment, all the things that you like about a motorsport project without all of the stress of trying to perfect your build or your project or whatever it is that you might be doing. So I highly recommend to anybody to get themselves a little shipbox or a project that's easy, that gives good return on your time and minimal investment to do a transformation. So until next time, guys, thank you so much, and we'll see you back here on the Infamous Project.